Welcome to Hobby Palooza 2025. Hello everyone, I'm Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I'm honored this year to be your Hobby Palooza ambassador. This year, we're once again proud to support Signatures for Soldiers, a non-profit helping disabled veterans through the power of sports autographs. As you know, we're accepting donations all weekend long, and for every $10 that you donate, you'll earn one raffle entry for some amazing prizes. The preferred way to donate is through Zelle in your banking app to the email jekofma@yahoo.com, JECOFFMA@yahoo.com. If Zelle is not an option, use PayPal, goods and services to the same email. Let's go ahead and beat last year's total of over $5,800. This hour of Hobby Palooza is brought to you by the Penny Sleever, who are generously donating 10% of this week's sales at thepennysleever.com to Signatures for Soldiers. The Penny Sleever, as you know, has top quality supplies at fair prices. Enjoy the show and have some fun.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Rick and John Show. Rick, how are you?
Good. This is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there.
Are you ready to look at some baseball cards?
I'm ready to look at some baseball cards.
Now, you brought some rare cards, right, to show?
Yeah, this kind of just is just a continuation of basically our chats every day.
Yeah.
So we're
we
used
like
to this.
We like to look at baseball cards. We like to share them with each other
Yeah.
and with others. And so we're going to focus on showing some obscure, low pop cards. Maybe many of you haven't seen before. If you watch all of our videos on our channel, you may have seen them. The ones that I'm going to show, I don't see YouTube videos that showcase many of these. And so hopefully you'll see some new cards you haven't seen before. And Rick, I know you have lots of low pop.
Exactly. And I'm going to be showing some oddball cards.
There you go. Now, we're doing some donations for Signature for Soldiers. Rick, you have a giveaway for that for anybody that donates at least $10, right, during this hour?
Exactly. So I'm going to be giving away a 1911 T205 Eddie Collins.
Nice.
Hall of Famer, 6-time World Series champ. We can debate this, but either Joe Morgan or Eddie Collins is the best second baseman of all time. His nickname was Cocky. Fantastic player, 3,400 hits, 333 average. It's a little beater now. It has some paper loss, but if you donate at least $10 just during our hour, you have a chance to win this card. My own T205. This is not a modern card now, people out there. For you modern flippers, this is a beautiful T205 card.
Fantastic. Very nice. Now, I pay $3 for all my cards. So what I'm going to do is everyone who donates, for everybody that donates, I'm going to donate an additional $3. So you can buy a nice card.
Wow.
I want to get up to 100 people donating. I'll match $3 for everybody that donates.
Come on, that's my own personal card right there. I'll even crack it out for you if you want to before I send it to you, if you just want it raw.
All right. Rick, you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's show some cards.
So this wasn't scripted. I mean, I don't know what he's going to show. We're just going to go for it here. So
just going to go for it. What do you
right.
got?
All right.
Kick us off.
All right. We're going to start with a 1930 Rogers Pete Ty Cobb.
Nice.
And this was a clothing store and a high-end clothing store, boys clothing store. It's blank back. You can see it was in an album. And I purchased this one at the Chicago National a few years ago. And I have actually the photo here of Ty Cobb. 1927, his last year with the played for the Athletics.
Now, is that a type 1 photo?
This would
what
be
what is that?
Type 2 photo. This was probably developed, I think the person said in the 1940s.
Okay. It's always great to have the photo with the image
the match
on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Rick primarily collects Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Christy Mathewson, those big names. I collect those, but I also collect some more obscure players, somebody that had some place in baseball history. You know what, Rick? I'm going to put on the symbolic white glove.
Oh, geez.
For these museum beauties. All right, I'm going to start off with this is a 1887 gold coin, Matt Kilroy. Now, Matt Kilroy holds the single season record for strikeouts with 513. And a card you just don't see.
Yeah, those are tough. Any condition.
Yeah, I have a few of them. I love the set. I mean, 19th century cards.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't remember seeing, I can't remember all your videos. You showed that somewhere along the way.
I got this at the National.
Yeah.
I spotted it as I was buying two other cards I'm going to show here later.
John would always say, don't you watch my videos?
Yeah.
And then he would send me the link to the video. All right, so I have a 1922 W.M. Patterson Ty Cobb, a Canadian issue.
Very rare.
Very, very painfully rare, like I like to say. Now it has 3 holes over here, meant probably for put in some kind of album, a string album. And I bought this raw off of eBay and got it graded last year at the National, blank back. It's from Brantford, Canada. Can anyone come up with the famous hockey player that was born in Brantford, Canada? But tough card. Love to have it in my collection. It's Gretzky was born there.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Dan.
You have my ugly mug on there too long.
This is one of the rarest sets in the hobby. It is so rare that PSA has only ever graded one card from the whole set, and it wasn't this one. They had these regular cards, and then they also had cabinet cards. The cabinet cards are larger, clearly, with a backing, and they're a little more common. I think there's been something like 24 graded by PSA. But for the smaller ones, only one in the whole set. And these are the 1887 Kalamazoo bats, and they were cigars. And this here is Harry Stowe, also known as Harry Stovey. Some players back in the 1800s would take aliases, and they would adjust their name slightly as their playing name. Now, he was essentially the original Ohtani in that he was a prolific home run hitter and stolen base leader, led the league in both categories several times, and he was the first player ever to reach 100 home runs in baseball history. These are oversized cards. The cabinets are even bigger.
Now that one,
and they're
I don't
blank
have
back.
one of that issue. I still need one. Those are, I mean, you just never see those. You're not going to see those on eBay. And if you do, the guy's going to want, 10 times what it's probably worth. So,
yeah, I mean, you just incredible. Don't see them.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I still need one of those. That's kind of on a list of mine of cards that I need. And that's one of them. Now, this one here, a lot of you have maybe seen this before. It has to be the smallest. It definitely is the smallest Babe Ruth card. And it's a 1930 Bulgare chocolate Babe Ruth. An issue from Cuba. And you would have 2 chocolates and the card in the package for, I believe, 1 cent. Meant to be placed in an album. And on the back here, you can see Bulgare most popular. So there's multiple players in the set, but the Ruth, you just don't see the Ruth very often to come up for auction.
No,
so take
so
that. Take that.
a rare
John.
Cuban one. I'll show two. I'll piggyback off of you. This is a Lefty Grove.
Yep.
These little tiny things, but they're all like single digit pop. Here's the Eddie Collins.
I mean, they are literally, they're smaller than a stamp.
Yeah, but they're fun.
Crazy.
They're fun.
You got to admit, that's oddball. Come on.
Do I get to go again?
Sure.
Since I piggybacked off that set. Here is 1910 W555 Hannes Wagner. Last I checked, I think this had a pop around 16 to 20-ish, something like that.
Yeah, that is a big boy card.
These were cut off of candy boxes, blank back. And here's the Rube Waddle. Rube Waddell.
Yeah, beautiful. Painfully rare. So I know John has this one, but you don't see it. I purchased this one from a Net 54 guy, 1932 Abdullah Tobacco Ruth. And beautiful. If you see this in person, just a beautiful card from Germany. See America down here. Pop, I would say total pop when I looked at it for all grading companies, probably 40 or 50. To me, I think it's undervalued because it's from Germany. That's why basically you can get a little cheaper than a American card, but you can see kind of again, the Abdullah. And I know John has one. He's probably sorting through it, right, to find it.
I'm looking right now. I had it out. Oh, is it over here?
I knew we were going to duplicate some cards.
Darn, where did I?
We can get back with it.
Yeah, now I'm concerned.
Uh-oh. Somebody snaked it from you, huh?
I had this thing out here. Where the heck is it?
Hey, I have that problem all the time, man. I'm still missing a card here I was going to show.
Well, while we're on the Babe Ruth kick, I don't know what I did with that. Maybe I didn't bring it over. I thought I did. Here is a 1926 Spalding champion. And this set wasn't really known until 1990 when there was a find of them. And then a few years later, they found a little more. So this is the set. There are a few different versions of this as far as the backs are concerned.
Yeah.
And you just don't see this card often. Now, these came with what you could trade them in and get a coupon for sporting goods. This is the coupon for 10 cents. And so I suspect that's why they're so rare, is a lot of people probably turned them in for coupons because, you know, a kid that didn't have a lot of money, getting a ball or a glove or a bat or something was probably more important than the card if you didn't have a lot of money and you wanted to play ball.
Yeah, I don't have that card. That's doesn't come up for auction very often, and a lot of those are in high grade compared to some of his other cards. You know, could be a 4, 6, maybe even an 8. So
yeah, very easy to find in like a 4. Oh, my Babe Ruth was
there.
Right
It is.
There. Abdullah. I just love
you
this
beat
card.
me. It's a 3.5 on the flip.
Up. Cardboard showdown.
Cardboard showdown.
I win.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Back. I got to be a professional here. Huh? All right. So this one here, of course, PSA, SEC, they always screw the flips up by the year. They don't ever change anything. So this says on it, 1925 Drake's Cake Babe Ruth, but is actually issued in 1932. We know now. He's the only player in the set. Okay. They're all movie stars. I love the back here. And we all know, John, you know Drake's Cake, right? The 50s and even up
Yep.
to the 80s, right? But I believe this might be the first one that they issued. This 19 says it's actually 32. It says down here, it says Babe Ruth Universal Pictures. Well, he didn't start working for Universal Pictures until 1932. And there's other movie stars in the set that most people think now it's a 32 issue, but a card you don't see very often. And Mookie's going to like this. The reason it's a 1 is it has a little pinhole right on the
Mookie
side
special.
there. Right on the side there. If you see there on the corner of this corner right there. And besides that, man, this is probably, I'm not going to tell the, whatever, but a beautiful card.
All right. I don't know if you have your card handy from this set. This is 1928 Tabacalera, the only card I know ever issued out of Argentina. This is the only one ever graded, and it's John McGraw. These are colored in photos that are just spectacular.
You remember I think I introduced both of us to that on our text chat. I said, John, look at these things, man.
Yes,
These
you
things
did.
are beautiful.
I fell in love immediately.
I said, you ever seen these? You said, no, I've never seen these. I got to get one of those. And they just never come up for auction.
Oh, these things are so spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. And I have actually 2 of them. John's Grail card, one of them. And that's the Babe Ruth.
You snaked it from me at the National before I could get to it.
Right there.
You saw it first, or it would be mine.
I mean, I just had to have this card.
I love it.
So, I mean, just unbelievable card. In the back, you can see kind of what it looks like here. So, I mean, just incredible. This is probably my most favorite cards because I think pop on this, you said 1 on yours or 2. This is like a 3 pop.
Yeah.
I don't think SGC's even graded 1. Okay.
I've never seen another one in the wild. Yours is the only one I've ever seen.
And then I had to have this one for sure. And that's the 28 Tabacalera McGraw and my man, Chrissy Matthews.
That is such a fabulous
Look at that,
one.
man. Unbelievable. 1913 World Series home game. So had to be either game 1, 3, or 5. I mean, just to have these survive from another country is just pretty incredible.
All right, I'm going to show something fun. And Aaron over at Value Vintage Cards just picked one of these up too. This is a PSA Pop 3. And this 1930 Blue Ribbon Malt Premium of Rogers Hornsby. It's a photo on a backing. Similar to the Beehive photos for those hockey collectors. They would do this with some premium sometime, put it on a backing. The photo on this thing is pristine. The backing has pinholes in all 4 corners, and that's why it has that grade. But the photo itself is centered and just pristine.
Is there anything on the back of those? Are there anything on the back?
No. They're it's just the back of the the back.
Do they grade them without the back?
I don't know. The ones I've seen, clearly they graded this for the back.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know. I kind of get that on one hand. On another hand, I don't know. The backing is part of it. I found this old newspaper ad, so I had to get it.
Oh, yes.
So what this malt is during Prohibition, it was illegal to make beer, but it wasn't illegal to sell the ingredients to make beer. So they sold the malt, and here it is. I have a can of it. And you could buy the malt and make your own beer at home.
That's crazy.
It wasn't. I don't think it was illegal to make it, but it was illegal to sell it. I think is how it worked out. But
that's very
you could buy the ingredients to make it yourself.
That's crazy.
So that is kind of a cool historic piece, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to match up the card with what they were trying to sell, basically.
Yeah.
I have something similar.
You have that soda bottle, don't you?
Yeah. So this is the 33 Bluebird Babe Ruth, the famous Conlon image, as you recognize from his Gaudy card, for instance. We really didn't know about these cards until around 1994 when they were found in a desk drawer, basically. And what I love, this has to be the best back you've ever seen, advertisement back. Is that
Fabulous.
crazy? So it's a soda drink, and I actually have for donations, $100 donation, I'll drink this whole bottle right now. Bluebird. So I had to
Will you? Okay, I'll donate 100.
Yeah, God. You're not going to see me at the National if I drink that sucker.
All right, I'm going to stick with an oversized. This is one I don't think a lot of people have seen. This is a 1961 Philly cigar premium of Mickey Mantle. Isn't that a cool image?
That is very cool. A lot of these companies came up with premiums, you know. I mean, John probably knows.
Like I always say, 99% of cards are what people call oddball. 99%.
Yeah, there we go. Whoops. I was going to jump up, but he hasn't switched. Oh, there we are. All right. Let's do something out of the ordinary, too. Different size. And the 1910 E125 American Caramel die cut Christy Mathewson. 1910 American Caramel. Now, American Caramel, as John knows and a lot of people know, collect pre-war, in the 10s and 20s. They came out with plenty of cards, but this is a die cut. 1 cent, one die cut. These here are meant to be folded over. And the reason it is authentic and altered is they put some tape there to keep it together. It's 4 teams in the set: Athletics, Boston, the Giants, obviously, and you have basically the lineup there. So you have Doyle and Merkel. So Bidwell. So anyway, very cool. I had to have it. I had to have this card. I mean, come on. So that's my die cut Christy Mathewson. Pop on this. PSA, I think this is 2. And I think the other one has a head cut off and, together. They're very
a lot
thin.
of those are like that.
And what's a kid going to do in 1910 with these things? I mean, come on.
Right. They're going to play with them.
Play with them.
All right. I'm going to show a 1910 Juju drums. And these are similar to the Colgan's chips, except these were, I believe, a round candy, where Colgan's was a gum. And this is Donnie Bush. And many people mispronounce his name. It was pronounced Donnie. And he was maybe the top fielding shortstop of the day, definitely one of them. And this is a scarce set.
Very scarce.
And they have really cool back on them.
Very scarce. And then I have here
really cool image.
What they actually came in, something like this. This is Violet Chips, but yours is really rare, and you come in like that, you know.
Yeah, I'm fascinated with those things.
I mean,
I love round cards because you can't damage the corners.
I think Joe Jackson is in that set, I believe. Oh man, I don't have one. I need to find. Maybe that's something. Any of those cards. Any could be a common player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get as close to one card from every vintage set ever made. So it's a fun
really
long-term goal.
That's really cool.
It's fun to work on. I just picked up another one I have coming. Set I showed you. It's a brand new set to me, so I get to add another one here.
The pop on that Juju's got a.
I think it's in the teens.
Really?
I think.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know that. I don't see those come up. You always see the Colgan chips, but
yeah,
these
are way more rare.
Way rare. Wait. All right, so I have a 1927 Honey Boy Tris speaker.
Nice.
Canadian issue.
And that's not canceled, right?
This one is, no, it's not canceled.
Yeah, most of the ones you see with the hole punch.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 of them, and the other one's a canceled one with a hole punch.
That's what's fun with some of those old issues where you would redeem it to get a product. You'd get the card back, but they would punch it. You know, they did that with the Lakes.
Yeah, so
that you couldn't redeem it twice for 2
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the actual building. It's the Purity Ice Cream Company, and I looked it up. And the company's no longer in business, but the brick building's still there. And you would have to physically go to Pritchard Avenue and redeem a block of ice cream.
Oh, nice.
So you can imagine. So obviously, it's really cool. The big boy, Tris Speaker is, for those that are in the chat, one of the great center fielders of all. Truly great. Probably undervalued he was right there with Ty Cobb and so forth back then. But the big boy is the Ruth.
And of course, he's the all-time doubles leader.
Yeah. Shallow center field, right? Fantastic player.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to show these 1935 rice sticks. Rice Sticks was an old goods company, started in like the 1800s, and then they got into making clothing, and they made a Dizzy Dean shirt, and they sold these cards that came with the shirt of Dizzy and Daffy Dean. Rice Sticks.
I've seen online the actual package or the box that the shirt came in,
Yeah. It was a polo shirt with no buttons. So it was open here. And it was a white polo shirt, and it had a little image of Dizzy Dean throwing over here or something. Very cool. The only cards I know that came with shirts.
All right, so we're going to go with the 1923 Walter Mayles card game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the story.
Another one you snagged that one before me.
Okay, so background, very short here. Well, for this card, first off, this guy actually was a Bay Area guy. He financed this card game. Only produced 5,000 decks of cards. So there's only 5,000 total of the Walter Johnson that was ever produced. And he didn't even sell all of the 5,000. He produced it himself. Players weren't paid at all. He was just a baseball fan. And so he contacted all these players. Hey, do you mind I use your image on my game card? So I saw this card at the last day, and it was William. God, I forget the guy. He's one of the big dealers. Bill. Somebody's going to know it in the chat. Okay, so I saw this card. I tried to trade him a Ruth card right there, Chapel. I tried to trade him a Ruth strip card and some cash, and he goes, "I don't want that. The Ruth strip card is too common. This is." You're not going to see these because Pop's 2 or 3 on these. All right, I kind of left. Okay, well, I'm out of money. So then I watched Jason, Everyday Card Collector, a few months ago. And he's showing the Chicago card show. Spectacular. And I'm watching him. He's showing all these booths. And he goes right by this card. I had to freeze frame it, take a picture of him. Text John. John, you have Jason's number.
Yeah.
I text Jason. This is Sunday morning now. I'm drinking coffee. I text Jason. Jason, I hear you're going to be at the show. This is Sunday. He did it. He was doing a video on Saturday. Hey, do you mind being the middleman on this card? He goes, I'm not going to be there, but my friend Joe is. He doesn't make videos, but you would see him at the different get-togethers. So I text Joe, so we brokered a deal basically with Chapel, and I paid from my chair, big boy chair, drinking coffee, and Chappell sent it the next day.
Yep,
Actually,
we
got
made
the
it happen.
receipt here from him right there.
That's a great story.
Great,
A great way
the
to
cards,
acquire
right?
a card.
Isn't it? I mean, the story behind the cards, right? Is just
Another great thing about YouTube. I'm going to show this card. It's not particularly rare, although it's super tough to find without like major creasing, paper loss. It's hard to find a nice example, but this is just such a beautiful card. It's the 1910 Standard Caramel Rube Waddell, and just a little work of art. He's holding that baseball there. Just a beauty.
The color on that is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the back, too.
I fell in love with this card the first time I ever saw it, and I searched one for about 2 years till I finally found the right copy.
And Rube, man, he was a character.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell, you could spend a whole hour talking about him.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a ton of cards. I mean, he certainly has cards. I showed that other 555, but you know, not a lot of mainstream cards people call.
Yeah. He's a crazy character.
He has the 2 T206. He's not in the T205, right? Not in that one.
No, he's not T205. All right, so I have I don't know, you might have one of these. 1911 baseball bats. Walter Johnson.
Yeah.
Cut off
I have
the back
a baseball
of the box.
bats. I think I just got, so baseball bats was a licorice.
Yes. Because they, look kind of like bats or whatever, thin licorice in a package. And this was cut off the back of it. And I purchased this from eBay. This was on, a lot of these people, they have these rare cards on eBay and they want, again, 10 times more than it's worth.
Yeah.
It's there for a couple years. So I just put in I worked with this guy, and I think this is the only copy actually that's ever been graded.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And it just the color on this for 1911 is pretty incredible. But anyway, Walter Johnson.
Fantastic. We'll keep with Walter Johnson here, and this is a 1910, and you have one. You have this card.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 1910 WUNC strip card. Now these, Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, but these came off of notebooks, I think?
Came off a notebook. 13 National League players, 13 American League players. And I believe Walter Johnson was in the top left, and they were meant to be cut off the notebook.
Yeah, and UNC is just essentially uncatalogued. Jefferson Burdick didn't catalog them, right?
Yeah, because he didn't know where they came from when he was doing the catalog.
Or he didn't do every card either. It's like some of them discovered later.
Back then, it was like the Wild West, right? You didn't know where these things were coming from.
Oh, when we show all these cards, it is just unbelievable how he cataloged them all. Like, there's so many issues.
Yeah, not just baseball, everything.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, right. Yeah, he did them all.
Yeah, so this is mine. And the story behind this one is I got this from James Elite Hunters, was a middleman. James went on a dealer from Oklahoma, or a collector from Oklahoma was selling his cards. So James went to this guy's house, and I text James, if you see anything I might be interested in, can you make a deal for me? So this is it. And we pop on these. I don't know. It's like we have two of the like 3 or 4 out there.
Yeah, very
it's
low
kind of
pop.
crazy. And James made a deal for me. And then I text John. I'm thinking, John doesn't have this. Look at this, John. You don't got one of these. John pulls this one out. Which is pretty incredible. We both own one, and the pop is like nothing.
I know. It's pretty unbelievable. All right, I'm going to show the only cards I know that came with eggs. And these are, what year were these? 1916? Tango eggs. This here is a buckweaver. But those of you who collect e-cards will notice that is a an image that is usually used on Joe Tinker cards. But the card here is Buck Weaver, Tango Eggs, and these are easy to find in higher grade. I'm not sure the whole story, but the reason I would think that, they did not come with products, so they were mail-ins, and that's why they're easier most of the time, like the Red Hearts, for example.
Yeah.
All the cards that you would mail in for, they're way easier to find in high grade because they didn't come in any product.
Yeah. You don't see Tango Eggs all the time, though.
Yeah, like you compare the Dandy set to the Red Heart set. Red Heart you could find in high grade all day long. Dandy's not so much because they came in with the potato chips.
Yeah, I got you. All right, this is a night. I bet you most people on this chat have never seen this card before. It's a 1924 Diaz Cigarettes, Walter Johnson.
Oh, those are super tough. Super tough.
Now,
to find any card from that set, Rick.
Yes. I've been just to give everybody an idea. I've been searching that set on eBay for like 3 or 4 years, and there's only one card that ever keeps coming up. It's it's a lesser player, and they're asking a lot of money for it. So it's been on there for like 3 years. But that's like the only one I ever see come up. It just keeps coming up over and over again. Yeah, all pitchers. A lot of the Wade Hoyts in there. There's another YouTuber that has one. It's Andrew Enough Said Cards, but I don't think SGC's even graded one. I think the Pop's we might have the only 2 actually on this.
Well, do you know about the oversized premiums?
No.
Let me get one. I have one hanging on my wall here.
On the back here, I didn't even care. I purchased it was golden auction. He told, said there's a crack that wasn't, dealing with anything with the card. But I just to have it. I don't even care. Just crazy, crazy rare.
Yeah, I think, Diaz. These are the premiums. They did them for teams.
Yes.
And they have hole punches. This is St. Louis. Right there's George Sisler. You can see the Diaz name down here.
Yes.
Cuban issue, very scarce. I wanted to get just a good team with some major player, and I found this one with my man George Sisler there.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool.
What else we got? How about a 1910 orange border Ty Cobb?
Yeah. Now that's a big one.
Most of the time, these are cut tightly like this, but they did have an orange border around them.
Yes.
And so sometimes you will see that. Most of the ones I've ever seen do not have that. Dave Blue Jacket 66 has this card with the full orange border, a beautiful example of it. But this is a very scarce card. Not one you see every day. Came on a box of candies, and you would cut it out, as with most of those early cards.
I think the one I showed, the baseball bats, it might have been the same producer of those boxes.
Yeah, I
think
so.
Border.
I think so, or a competing company.
Yeah.
Trying to make a similar product, probably. One or the other.
Yeah. I would love to have the Mathewson. That would be but I don't have any of those. I mean, the Ty Cobb, man, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, that one. This one is a 1920s Universal Toy Walter Johnson. And these came in a little box, and it was a little strip. It was like a toy box. So you had puzzles and games in the box, and it came with a 6-card sheet meant to be cut off. The sheet were these players. There's Grover in the set, Alexander, and of course Walter Johnson. What can I say? This is probably my best buy ever on eBay. $60 for this.
Oh wow!
60. I guess no one knew what it was.
I might even have to stretch my $3 budget for that one.
I mean, come on, $60 for something that's pop of nothing.
Yeah. Hey, I just found my baseball bats. I had it sitting here.
Okay.
I didn't even realize it.
Oh, there you go.
Ginger Beaumont,
And that's a white border, right?
first batter in the World Series,
That's
a
white
really
border?
good hitter. Yeah.
So they came two different borders, the white and the orange. Yes.
Yeah.
That's very
I
cool.
forgot I had it sitting here.
I thought you had that one.
Yeah. All right, here I want to show my 1923 Maple Crispet out of Canada, Walter Johnson, and there are really rare versions that have a blank back, and this is one of them. It's the only blank back version of the Walter Johnson I've ever seen or heard of, and it's a cool set. Rick, you have the Babe Ruth in this, don't you?
Yeah, I have the Ruth, but it's not blank back. Most likely, probably the salesperson, that's probably like a salesperson issue before the advertisement was put on the back, you know?
Yeah.
Very cool. You can find those. They also, obviously hockey players. And I believe it's, hockey.
Yeah, many of the Canadian issue baseball cards also had hockey cards. The same look, like similar to how Leaf made football and boxing and baseball, because clearly hockey is the sport up there.
Yeah, but it's credible the amount of baseball issues from Canada that are out there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable actually, because it's not like we had TV back then.
Yeah,
and where would Canadians? They'd have to come to the States to watch baseball. They had some minor league stuff up there, I guess, but that's it. Yeah. So it does it always amaze me how many card issues came out of Canada, baseball card issues.
Yeah. And you can usually get them cheaper, like the Worldwide Gum cards.
Yeah, and they're
like
scarce.
The Goudies, same thing as the Goudies, right?
How about the 37 O-Pee-Chee?
Yeah. The Pop's nothing, and you get them cheaper than the actual Goudie cards. They look the same, except for the back,
Just like that Patterson card you have, or what is it? Peterson or Patterson?
Yeah, Patterson. Yeah.
I have one. I have a card from that set, just one. That's such a scarce, impossible set. But I don't have the Ty Cobb.
Yeah.
Let's show a little more modern card. I've seen like I have the Willie Mays. I've seen that around. I think people may know that one. I never see anybody show this card. 1965 McGregor Roberto Clemente. The 60 McGregor are much more common than this year for some reason.
Interesting.
I just never see anybody. And Clemente out there with the glove, all his cards, are batting for the most part. Like you have the 63, it looks like he had just thrown. And that's about it. And then you have the bazooka where he's kind of just tossing a ball. So most of his cards are him batting or a portrait, and they don't show him with a glove too often.
I didn't know that. Does Clemente Collector have one? Do you have one of those?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So I got some definitely oddball. These are from El Salvador, 1930 Fabrica. I'm butchering this, okay? Fabrica Morzan, Grover Alexander batting.
Wait, that's from El Salvador too? Like the Tabacalera?
Yes.
Oh, so there's more than one set from there then.
And I think there's only two of these out there, and the other one I saw was bug infested with a bunch of holes. I mean, come on. 1930 El Salvador. He's batting now. There's another card. It's Babe Ruth in the set, and he's pitching, and he looks like he's throwing a watermelon. So I don't know if they got the players mixed up, I don't know. It doesn't even look like Grover Alexander, but it says Grover Alexander in the back. Looks like that. So kind of crazy. And then go ahead.
I'm up. I think a lot of people are familiar with this set, but I'm going to show it anyway. I am so happy that the Walter Johnson finally got into the Sports Card Hall of Fame. And this is the 1909 Ramley. And they're just beautiful cards. They're kind of embossed, like they have raised. This is all raised. So when you look on it on the back, is all the I don't know what you
Yes.
call it, indented, because it's a raised golden looking card. Here's Chief Bender.
Chief Bender.
And this is a beautiful early set.
Oh,
And you just don't see a whole lot of them for sale all the time. And when you do, it's mostly lesser players, and they still want pretty big money for them.
yeah. You don't see him in that condition, too. And if you might see a player, but you're not going to see Bender. If you're looking for a
Yeah.
particular player, good luck.
Yeah, right.
And the Walter Johnson rookie card. I don't think that made it into the Hall of Fame this year.
It didn't. I thought it made
It's
it in
raised
this
in
year.
the chat because I always tease them. I don't know. Maybe it did, but it should have been in a long time ago.
Yeah, it should have been in a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people aren't. I was shocked how many people, seasoned collectors, were not familiar with that card, because it has been a big card for many years and a Walter Johnson collector's grail, really.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised how many people weren't familiar with that card.
Yeah. Let me plug this again. Signatures for Soldiers. Donate Signatures for Soldiers. And I'm going to donate this card. During this hour, you need to donate at least $10. And it's only for this hour now. So you might get it you might be the only person donating. It's the Hall of Famer, might be the best second baseman of all time, Eddie Collins, T205 card. It is a beater, but it's Eddie Collins. And the value, I would say, is probably, we don't talk value, but just so you know, over $100. And it is a beater, has a paper loss on the back because it was probably put in some kind of album. But if you're looking for a T205 card of the great, now I'm saying great, one of the greatest players of all time, 333 average, I believe, 3,400. I think it was voted in 1939 to the Hall of Fame. Put your $10, at least $10 donation in, and you got a chance to win this card. Anyway, that's my plug.
Good deal.
How do we donate? So how do we donate? It should be scrolling on the bottom here, right?
Yeah, it is. There's John's
there it is.
email
donate
address.
On the bottom there. Official charity.
Either Zelle, or they prefer Zelle, or PayPal as a secondary one. I think PayPal takes a little fee. So.
I think it's coming up now on the screen here. PayPal. What's the? There it is, right there. J.E. Koff. You can see it down scrolling through Yahoo. Just look at the bottom there.
Yep.
Go ahead,
so
John,
here's a 1911 to 14 Bruner's Bread, Nap Ladjaway.
It's kind of a funny image. They're hit or miss. These are tough to find, but they're.
You have one, don't you?
I have the Evers one. You don't see them. They're expensive cards.
You do not see them very often. No, you do not.
The big boy is.
I love, and Nap Ladjaway, just such a great early player.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland named their team after him, for God's sake.
Exactly. He's kind of like Tris Speaker,
Yeah.
Nap Ladjaway. They named the team after him. I mean, come on. He was one of the great, most popular players of all time, and kind of falls by the wayside a little bit.
Highest single-season batting average in the modern era.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they gave that to Josh Gibson too, but he was.
Yeah. I know someone has a Josh Gibson card, don't they?
Yeah, man.
But I wouldn't want it. It's a non-playing day card. It's a non-playing day card. All right. All right. So this one is a 1933. I'm going to butcher this too. This is from France here. Donné sport card, match the baseball. It's Babe Ruth playing in, they would travel to Tokyo, to Japan, the American players, would play games in Japan, and he's in Tokyo Stadium here. And Indiana means Indians, and Avon or whatever, that's plains. So it's not just baseball players, but all Indians and plains and so forth. Back looks like that. And there's a confectionery company, and one of them would be bonbons.
Ah,
yeah. So as you can tell, the beater, but
that's what you do all day long now. You sit on your couch, eat bonbons,
I
and
tell
search
you.
eBay for carts and other auction houses.
Exactly. So a card you don't see every day, but
I'm going to show these three. These are surprisingly low pops. 1927 York Caramel. I have three I want to show. Here's the Thai Cobb.
Yep. And that's a type 1, right? Yes.
Yeah, this type 1. Here's a Walter Johnson.
Beautiful cards.
And Eddie Collins. Speaking of your giveaway.
There we go. Am I right, John?
Just these are pretty scarce.
Yeah,
but a lot of these regional issues, many of these confectionery companies, a lot of them were in Pennsylvania and really the Northeast. And so you look at here's to Willard Chocolate. Same situation.
Yeah.
So that's just the way cards were distributed back then. It wasn't. They didn't have these mass printers and the distribution to be able to just send cards everywhere. And I'm not sure they would have sold everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, on that card, the way you can tell the difference, type 1 on the back is advertisements facing one way. Type 2, it's facing the other way. And you can kind of tell the difference too on the front. And I'm lucky enough, I have the Ruth, which was one of my favorite cards in the set. But and I think all those companies, Harrington, Thorpe's, York, I think they were in a 100-mile radius around each other.
Yeah,
so
they were
I'm guessing whoever the manufacturer, whoever printed those cards might have been the same company, and they were just kind of, because they're the same size basically. They have different fonts and this and that, but most likely, I don't know. All right, so you have this card. You haven't shown it yet, and it's a Tris Speaker card, and we didn't know that for a while there.
Oh yeah, I don't have that out either.
Out there, and
1914. That's the original. They remade another one in I think the 20s.
Yeah.
But that's the original 1914 one.
And I forgot, but he's in another team. He played for another team for this game.
Now you researched that and found out that was like an all-star team down in
or something
down in
like
Mexico
that.
or something.
Then they finally found a photo of this somewhere, and they can match it to.
And that's why he has that dark uniform.
Yes.
That was for that all-star team. That was not the Indians.
Yeah, and I think I don't. It's kind of weird, the baselines, and I don't know. It's kind of a weird.
Did he play for the Indians in 14? How long did he play for Boston before he went to Cleveland? I'm sure he was with Cleveland then.
Yeah, but he, like an all-star team or whatever. So it's kind of a interesting.
Very cool.
Card.
This is an interesting set. This is Shutter and Johnson. Al Demery was he was a ball player, and he was also an artist. And they used his art on these cards, and they're kind of a quick hit how-to or like little snippet from different players, and they're very, very scarce. This is Carl Hubble here.
Wow,
very tough set to find.
Yes. Hey, John, we're down at Dan's going to us. So we're down to about 30 seconds here, man. Thanks for doing this with me every year. I really appreciate it. You're the president. So invite me to be on with you. I have to bow to the
It's
president.
my honor, Rick. It's
Man,
my honor.
And everyone, all 100 plus people in the chat. Penny Sleever, you know, and we've seen him last year at the National, and great guy. Get the products from him. He knows his stuff and he has great products. Signatures for Soldiers. You got probably 30 seconds on that Eddie Collins card, and I really appreciate everyone in the chat. John, final words?
Final word, just thank you, everyone. Thank you for your donations. It's a good cause. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for collectors for putting this on. It's a ton of work. And thank you for watching. It's a lot of fun for Rick and me, man. This is a blast. And I'll leave you with one final thing. 1976 Winter League, Dave Parker, the Cobra, in honor of his passing and Hall of Fame induction.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Rick. This was fun.
Man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Love my hobby. Keep collecting baseball cards.
But hey, we want to keep the lights on here at Four Collectors Studios, so hit the like button for us, guys.
So thanks everybody for coming, and yeah, we'll see you next time on Four Collectors.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Subscribe to the Four Collectors channel if you haven't done so yet, and see you soon.
All right, guys. Clemente Collector has said we hit a grand slam, so that makes me feel good.